Hello and welcome all my Ninjas of the Warriors and newcomers to this channel. I am Roy at Ninjas of the 80, and today I will be reviewing the NECA Gargoyles Hudson Ultimate Action Figure. And I got some things to say about them. So with that said, let's get on with this review. And now, starting things off with the box, because, you know, we got to talk about really cool, awesome boxes on this channel. And as you can see, this is a pretty cool, really awesome box. I love the art on the front of the box. You can see Hudson standing on top of the clock tower like he's about to swoop down on a very snowy New York night. You can see the full moon in the background. We have the Disney logo right there. We have the Gargoyles title logo, and we have Hudson Ultimate Action Figure right there. And in case you didn't know, Hudson is named after the Hudson River in New York. That was the name that he was given when they broke the spell, when they put the castle on top of Xanatos's tower. And of course, the top of the box, we have Disney. We have Gargoyles Hudson Ultimate Action Figure yet again. We have ages 14 and up, so 15-year-olds, yeah, sorry for you, you're out of luck. And of course we have a warning label, choking hazard, so don't mistake this for a Snickers bar or a Slim Jim and try to eat it, because it's not going to go over so well in your stomach. Bottom of the box, nothing too interesting except for the NECA logo and real toys. Open the flap of the box. We have a really cool promotional picture of the figure right there. And we have his accessories inside that I still have. Well, I've taken them out, but I haven't it stored in there right now. But I'll take them out later in this video when I get to the figure. But anyway, we have another really cool promotional picture of the figure right there with his roaring head looking really cool. And of course, we have the Disney, Gargoyles, and NECA logo yet again. The other side of the box, we have a really cool promotional picture of the NECA Gargoyles Hudson figure with a sword out there looking really cool. And of course, we have the NECA, Disney, and Gargoyles logo yet again. Back of the box is where things get a lot better. We have a really cool, nice promotional picture of the figure right there. We have multiple promotional pictures of the figure. We have one with his roaring head, with his wings spread out. We have another one with a sword, looking like he's about ready to battle, and another one with Bronx. If I could find Bronx for a reasonable price, I might grab them. I know the one I'm never going to find for a reasonable price is the Lexington figure, because that one was like a limited edition Target exclusive. Yeah. Business decisions, let me tell you. But anyway, we have Goliath right there. We have Lexington. We have Demona, which I do have. I will review her pretty soon. We have Brooklyn, which I've previously reviewed. We have Bronx and Broadway. Well, two that I don't currently have. Unless NECA gets the license back and they re-release Lexington, I'll probably never have them. But anyway, here's the Gargoyles bio right here. If you want to pause it and read that, you can. So I'll leave it there for a hot little minute. And that pretty much concludes it for the box. Now on to the figure. And now here we have the NECA Gargoyles Hudson Ultimate Action Figure right here before us in all of his Stone by Day, Warrior by Night glory. And as you can see, Hudson is definitely quite the warrior. He might be an old geezer, but he's definitely a lot of pushover. And these battle scars on his wings, and if we bring him up, and definitely on his face with his left eye right there, or right eye, depending on how you look at it, definitely shows he's had his fair share of battles throughout his days, even long before Goliath, their first leader, was ever born. Because Hudson is hundreds of years older than the rest, so yeah, he's definitely I would say he's definitely quite the war veteran, if you want to put it that way. But anyway, I would have to say this figure is nicely detailed. NECA done a really nice job on him. And yeah, Hudson is kind of chubby compared to the rest, and they done a really nice job. His belly is well sculpted. His muscles is well sculpted. You can see in his arms. His ears are also well sculpted. You see his little bitty gargoyle horns on the top of his head. His beard is well sculpted. His long hair is also well sculpted, looking really nice. His leather armor, this is like a leather armor top he's wearing. That is also well sculpted. NECA done an amazing job. His loincloth is well sculpted. His animal skin pants is well sculpted and painted. Even his toe claws, even his toes. NECA done an amazing job with this figure. And if you do look at his top torso, we also notice he does have some shoulder guards, or what some people call pauldrons. He does have those, and even those look like it has its fair share of battle scars that it's taken over the years. Look at that. And also we notice he is wearing bracers as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for his detail. And like I have mentioned, we do see some battle scars in those wings as well, definitely showing some age. But anyway, moving right along with articulation with this figure, and I do have a sword in his hand, so let me take his sword out real quick so I can go over articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so I can look right, I can look left, but it's very hindered by his beard and his long hair and his shoulder guards on his shoulder, so I'm really not going to move it too much. We do have a ball joint in the top torso, so we can rotate all the way around a full 360 like so. So that's really good. We also have a ball joint in the waist, so we can lean forward a little bit and lean back, and we could rock side to side slightly. We also have a really good swivel hinge in the shoulders, so we can, if I can bring his wings back, so we can rotate those arms all the way back a full 360, and the opposite way. Same is true with the other arm. We do have really good bicep swivels, so we can swivel those biceps all the way around. And we do have double joint in the elbows, so you can bend those elbows all the way forward like so, and then all the way back. And speaking of elbows, I do have to give a quick warning. These NECA Gargoyles figures do have really sharp, bony spikes in their elbows, and these can potentially cut you if you're not careful, so they can make you bleed if they do grab your skin hard enough. So do be careful and handle with caution. I just want to give you a quick warning out there. Warning for you guys, and that's one of the reasons why these figures are for ages 15 plus and not for younger collectors, because these are made for older, more like adult collectors, and not for small children. Oh, I apologize. And not for small children. I apologize for hitting my phone. But anyway, we do have wrist articulation. We can rotate those wrists all the way around a full 360 like so, and rock them forward and back. Same is true with the other hand. And we can oh, I see, we have a vertical joint in there, so we can rock it up and down. So it's mostly like for a sword. So yeah, his sword goes in that hand. And the cool thing about his sword, even though I haven't fully gotten into accessories yet, he does have a notch on the side on his belt. So if we want to store his sword on his side, like he does in the show, let me move his arm out the way. Like this. So maybe we could turn him to the side. It goes like this. Want to store his sword in his belt like he has it in the show when he's not using it. We can definitely do that. But you want to kind of turn him to the side first to clear some, and his head came off. But let me pop his head back on. But anyway, like I said, if you turn him to the side, clear some space, you can store his sword right in his belt loop really easily. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, yeah, you might, I know, because when I tried to store a sword in his belt loop when I got it out of the box, I was kind of having a hard time. Or you could just move his arm back like so. But it does take some breaking in to get that sword in that belt loop, because it's going to be a little difficult out of the box at first. I had to heat it up a little bit to get it in there, but it's definitely doable. Once you have it heated up, you break it in, and you can store a sword in there. It's real easy to do, not hard, but getting it out of the box, yeah, trying to force it in there, not recommended, not a good idea, because you could potentially rip that belt loop or potentially break the sword, and you really don't want to do that, especially with NECA Gargoyles figures no longer being in production. Yeah, that would suck. But anyway, we could put a sword back in his hand, because yeah, once they're sold out, they're sold out, unless you want to pay secondary aftermarket prices, which I am not doing, especially when it comes to that Lexington figure. There is no way I am paying over $300 or $200 on eBay. I'm sorry. I understand that was a limited edition Target exclusive. I understand resellers, they need to make money some kind of way, but to me, that's just way too much. I'm sorry. But anyway, getting back to this figure, we do have a really good leg articulation, especially in the hips. The legs can kick out about that much, back down. We can kick to the side about that much with the other leg, back down, kick forward about this much, and back down. Same is true with the other leg, and back down. We could do the splits about that much, and then back in. We do have double joint at the knees. I mean a single joint at the knee. I'm sorry, not a double joint. Although the Mona figure, the female gargoyles do have double joints, though. We only have a single joint with the males. So, and then in the back, we also have a swivel at the knee, so we can swivel that knee all the way around a full 360 if you choose to. Yeah, so definitely got to be careful. And mine's kind of tight, but you don't necessarily have to swivel it. I'm just doing that to demonstrate, how much you could actually articulate this figure. And of course, we do have a hinge in the ankles, so we can point the feet all the way down like so, and then back up. And of course, we can we do have a hinge in those a swivel in those ankles, so we can swivel. And mine's getting okay. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, mine's kind of getting caught, so I'm not gonna swivel around those ankles anymore, because yeah, that's being kind of hazardous. So I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, we do have a hinge in those toes of his, so we can point those toes down like so, and then back up again. And also, yeah, he's getting all out of place, so just trying to get him back in order, so we can get him standing. Oh man, we do have a good articulation in the tail. Now the tail is a bendy wire, so you can bend it to however you like. But yeah, bendy wires can break, so it's kind of hazardous to really bend it too much. But anyway, we do have a hinge in the tail, so we can move it up and down and turn it. We can move it side to side, I guess. And its tail basically, when you pull it out, his tail basically plugs right into his bootay like so. So all you got to do is just plug it in, and then yeah, boom, you have it. And while I have him in the back, I guess on me as well, demonstrate wing articulation. Now here is where these figures are design flawed, especially in the wings. As their wings do tend to droop down, especially over time. They kind of get loose. But we do have a good hinge in the wings, so it's very ratchety and clicky and clacky. So it's kind of like ratchet joint wings, and they're kind of tight out the box on some of them, so you gotta be careful. And we can swivel them up and down like so, but they do come loose. And some of them, when you put them in, they become overly tight, especially in the wing sockets. So basically, how his wings attach, they basically, see these little peg holes on his back, on his shoulder blades right there. You basically, you put it in like so, and it just, yeah, it stays in. So yeah, there you have it. But anyway, let me try to get him standing back up straight. Oh man, I got Hudson leaning all over because I was trying to rotate his feet. Okay, I hope I didn't overstress anything. I don't think I did. Okay, all right, that's good enough. Let's raise his wing up a little bit. Okay, now that I'm done with that, let's go over accessories. First things first, he does come with a ton of handy accessories, and by that I mean a bunch of interchangeable hands. We do have these splayed open claw finger hands here. I'm not going to change out all the hands, I'm just showing you the hands because that's going to take too much time. We have, like I said, got these claw finger hands for like climbing and stuff. We have one close fist hand. I mean, we have another like gripping hand for this. I see. I was always wondering like why one hand, why it came with two gripping hands. I see. This one has a horizontal joint, so this is for like his gripping hand for his sword. So this is horizontal, and the other one is the same thing, but it's a vertical. So I see now. So we do have that. We have another closed fist hand if I want to swap that out with a closed fist hand, but I prefer it with the open hand. I mean, with the other closed fist hand, so I can use a sword. And of course, we have this other like bigger gripping hand. I do not know what this is for, but I don't know. You definitely can't hold a sword in his hand because it's just too big. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you came with like a coffee mug accessory, maybe that I can understand. Or, I mean, the way it's like, it's it's just so big around, like the grip of it. Like it looks like he could, instead of a coffee mug, it looks like he could put his whole hand around an entire coffee pot and just like, I don't know, chug coffee straight out the coffee pot. I don't know. But anyway, and also we do have a roaring face head, so that I will definitely demonstrate how to change it out. And the best way to change out, well, the heads are coming off. The head on a Hudson figure, the easiest way I've learned is you want to kind of, well, in mine is just going to come off. Well, I'll just take it off like that, then. And I guess you just want to put the roaring head in, and then, all right, that's the best I'm going to get it. So there it says roaring face head in. So yeah, getting kind of angry because I guess Lexington or one of the other gargoyles lost the TV remote, or I don't know, they lost the batteries in the remote, or the remote went dead, or I don't know, cables out. I don't know. So yeah, it's Hudson's roaring face head. Looking really nice. I actually like this figure, and I change out the head. I guess it's just gonna ease. I think I just need to heat that up and put that on there again. But anyway, let me put his normal base head back in. So yeah, that pretty much concludes it for accessories, detail, and articulation with this figure. That pretty much concludes it for that. But anyway, if I have to give this figure a final score based on the detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give them a drum roll, please. And based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give this figure a well-deserved, fair but square, I would have to say 8 out of 10. Why? As much as I want to give it a 9 out of 10, I just can't. The reason why I'm taking points off is, number one, design flaw with the wings. I think that could have been better. I think instead of making the wings like a hard solid plastic, what NECA should have did was kind of make them like bendy wire. As far as taking this from a Godzilla fan that collects Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic, if you watch our review for the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah 1991 King Ghidorah figure, that one has bendy wire wings, and I think the NECA Gargoyles figures would have been better off with wings that's more like rubberized and with like bendy wire. And I think maybe the tail should have been more of a harder plastic, or it could have been the tail could have been the bendy wire. Like I said, the wings should have been. But other than that, I think this is still a pretty good figure for what it is. The detail is very show accurate, but however, for the design flaws, I definitely have to take points off, and especially due to the fact that these are out of production. I mean, for somebody like me that grew up in the 90s, I do, the Gargoyles was one of my favorite shows by Disney. I remember when it first came on Fox Kids and it was on Toon Disney. Yeah, I'm going like way that far back. Toon Disney before it was like Disney XD and whatever it is now. But anyway, guys, yeah, that pretty much concludes it for this review. That's pretty much all I have to say about this figure. As always, thank you guys all so much for watching. Your viewership is much appreciated. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And to wrap it all up, stay safe, take care, God bless, stay positive, stay powered up, and peace out.